All right, welcome to the Sports Den. I'm Alex.
Joanna.
We are here to give a brief analysis of the 2026 World Cup. We are about 1 week in, and we've really been enjoying watching the World Cup. It's been such a great tournament so far. And before we get into it, we'll give a little bit of background on ourselves. Like I said, my name is Alex. I've been a soccer fan pretty much my whole life. I'm a basketball player by trade, but I do love the sport soccer. I love all sports really, but there's something special about soccer, especially when it's played at the international level. And yeah, Joanna, I'll let you go ahead and
Yeah,
introduce yourself.
my name's Joanna, and I was birthed into a soccer family. So I've been playing since I was 6. I'm now 32. I did take a little break after college, about 5 years, but yeah, I've been playing my entire life, and I love this sport. I'm biased, but I do think it's the most beautiful sport. The way that the body can move in different directions, and you can dance with the ball at your feet. And so I've been really enjoying the games. I've been enjoying watching the players develop over this time of being in a different country. And yeah, I'm excited to see as it continues to just get better and better as teams begin to soon get eliminated in the knockout round.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess we should also mention that we are married and we met in college. I was playing basketball, Joanna was playing soccer, both team captains, might I say. And yeah, here we are, recently married. And yeah, we'll get into it. We're looking to have fun with this. We are not experts by any means. We're not journalists. We are fans,
Lovers of the game.
lovers of the game, and we just want to share it with you all with anybody who's willing to listen.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that being said, Joanna, my first question for you is what has been your overall feeling watching this tournament so far? We're 1 week in.
My overall feelings are excitement and awe.
Excitement and all.
What about you?
I would feel the same. I think I had a lot of excitement coming into this tournament. Like, obviously, it's been on the calendar for a long time. Knowing that me as a teacher, it literally is lined up perfectly with my summer break. But I honestly have to say that it's exceeded my expectations of excitement. Like, the games have been such quality. There's been a lot of different storylines. The fact that it's here in the United States, also Mexico and Canada.
Yes.
But it's been a really exciting tournament so far, which we'll get into some more of the details.
Yeah.
Okay. My next question, we're gonna get into a segment called Biggest Surprises. Biggest surprises so far. And my question for you, Joanna, is which team has most exceeded expectations? In other words, a team that maybe you didn't think about coming into this tournament, but now 1 week in, you're like, oh, this team is legit.
Yeah, I would have to say Morocco.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but they did make it to at least the quarterfinals in 2022.
Yeah, it may have even been the semifinals.
Okay,
Yeah.
but as something we were talking about earlier, I don't remember the 2022 World Cup. A lot, like, I don't really remember it because it was just happening after, like, granted, it was like still during COVID in a
Yeah.
way, right? And
Yeah.
so I don't recall it, but so this team didn't stand out to me until now. And the way that they play, the passion, the patience, the way that they create different scenarios or different, like, groups of passes in small parts of the field, and the way
Yeah.
that they send the ball, it was not what I expected, because I really didn't have any expectations. So it's been cool to see them
Yeah.
to play.
Yeah. We cannot mention Morocco without mentioning the young 18-year-old
He's 18.
center defensive mid.
Ayub Baoudi.
Ayub Baoudi. Okay,
Baoudi.
we'll go with that.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Beautiful.
Watching that team play and watching him play in particular, it was like I thought he was a veteran. Then I found the way that he's constantly turning his head, he seems so confident with the ball. And then finding out that he was only 18 was really a shock. And there's been definitely some other players that have been really impressive, young players that have come on.
Well, just the game last night against Colombia.
Yep.
Or against who they play?
They played
Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan. Yeah. Okay. Second question I have is, which team has disappointed the most?
Unfortunately, I have written Spain, disappointment.
Which was a 0-0 tie in their first game.
To a team
against Cabo Verde.
Cabo Verde, first time to the World Cup.
Yeah.
And Spain draws 0-0. It's... I don't have much of the attachment to Spain, right? Like, they're a great team, and I would expect them to have scored, except them to have won, especially with Lamine Yamal being on the team.
Yeah.
But
well, not only that, I mean, they're the number 2 country in the world.
So it's very confusing.
Won. They're the reigning European champions. They won the Euro Cup. So, yeah, seeing them draw, and as a fan of the sport, you want to see goals. Yeah. But that was a pretty impressive 0-0 game.
And I'm pretty sure like the number of goals or shots on goal were very low.
Well,
or
remember that the Cabo Verde goalkeeper had 7 saves.
Sorry, never mind.
So he was really a difference maker. But as a team in general, they really embodied that spirit.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the other question I have is, what player has been a surprise? I just have to shout out and highlight the top performers who have risen to the occasion. Guys like Leo Messi, Erling Haaland, Harry Kane. It's really amazing to see these players have so much hype, but then still rise to the occasion and not just score one goal, but score multiple goals. And then for Messi, I mean, what can be said about the GOAT, Lionel Messi?
The commentator? Leo Messi, Leo Messi, Leo Messi, Leo Messi.
Leo. Yeah, it's just incredible. All right. Well, that's going to take us straight into the best moments so far. Okay. And this is going to be, it could be, a specific match, or it could just be thinking about all the different scenes that we found ourselves
Sorry,
in.
what was the question?
So
best moments.
The segment is best moments so far, but I'll start by asking your favorite match so far. And that could be the game itself or
match?
Just like vibes.
Vibras.
Yeah.
Oh man. Honestly, watching Japan play, I was just like, this is a team that knows how to, as my dad said, this is a team that knows when to press on the gas pedal. Like, they're patient, but when they see an opportunity, they go. And that's a level of soccer IQ that it has to get developed quite young, I believe, right? Or just like this level of patience, because, in life, we're not very patient with many things. And so to be patient with a number of defenders in front of you, so that was a great game to watch.
And that was right here in the sports den, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Yep. I was sunk into the chair, just like in awe.
So Japan, Netherlands, 2-2 draw.
Yeah.
Really just a great game. And that group is really wide open, I feel.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, Group F.
And then obviously seeing...
but Sweden is at the top now because they had that 4-1...
Against Qatar?
Against Tunisia.
Oh. Wait, then Qatar's not in there, sorry.
Yeah, Qatar's playing right here. But so Sweden is at the top right now because Japan and Netherlands tied.
Wait. Another moment.
Okay.
Leon Messi scoring 3 goals.
Yeah, even though we didn't get to watch that game live.
But
just
seeing the highlights of it was just like, this guy... time and time again can prove that he is the GOAT.
Yeah.
And didn't he say the World Cup last World Cup would have been his last?
There were those
rumors.
There were rumors that he wanted to go out on top, since they won.
Well, this is a beautiful way.
I mean, he's still
hat trick. Come on.
Yeah, it's so maybe that could be the most dramatic moment, but I'm gonna say for me, my favorite match so far, I have to say USA. The first match that I really...
I'm over here not saying anything about the USA.
That's fine. I don't, there's a lot of games that have been played, but it was just so fun. That was really like
Yeah.
the kickoff for the World Cup.
Yeah.
Being with friends, being in such a great
Shout out Gallagher's.
shout out Gallagher's Long Beach.
On Broadway and Temple.
Yeah, which we will be back there tomorrow. But yeah, that was just so much fun, and not just the where we were, but the game itself was, I mean, exhilarating.
I am typically not the biggest fan of the men's soccer in the United States. Shout out women's soccer, but I was quite impressed.
Yeah.
I was quite impressed. And one of our friends, Rick Ledwick, he had mentioned that this was the first game that they actually scored more than 1 goals in a first match, which I believe is accurate.
It was also
Fact check me, but I don't recall the last time a men's team for a first group match scoring more than 1 goal
of a World Cup.
of a World Cup.
It was definitely the first time that they'd scored 4 goals in a World Cup, and the first time that they've won by 3,
That's
if I'm not mistaken. So
it's
yeah,
looking pretty good.
yeah, and we've got a game tomorrow. All right, last question for this segment: which goal stands out the most? Recency bias. I have an idea of what you're gonna say, but before I share that, I'm curious if you
The last goal for the Colombia
Yeah.
versus Uzbekistan.
Yeah, so that was last night. Walk us through that play, just from memory. Just
Okay,
you know.
so unfortunately, I don't know the names very well, and I'm gonna do better with that because for these segments, it's gonna be necessary.
True.
But the ball was kicked from the defensive half of Colombia into the defensive half of Uzbekistan. You see one guy sprinting solid, 30, 40 yards?
At least, yeah.
And he's got a defender on him. And at some point, they stick their legs out where this Colombian player falls, rolls 3 times while the defender falls on top of him.
Mm-hmm.
He then falls off. They both get up. The ball is actually closer to the feet of the defender, but helicopter. The forward for Colombia sticks his foot and then goes the opposite way, looks up once, hits it, curves it, goes over the defender. The next forward heads the ball in,
Yeah.
top left corner. It was beautiful.
I want to talk quickly about themes of the tournament.
Themes
This-
of the tournament.
This tournament is obviously one that is different from any other for many reasons. One, 48 teams. More teams are competing, more countries than any other tournament before. It's also being hosted by 3 countries.
Mm-hmm.
You've talked with me a little bit about, as an athlete, having to, travel so much in between games, where some of these countries are playing games in different countries, or even at the very
Different
least
states.
different sides of the country. They're going from the West Coast to the Midwest and so on. So how do you think that that's playing a part in this tournament?
I think it plays a part on a number of things. One being the most obvious is rest, right? Granted, after the games, you're in a bus or you're in a plane, so you're not actively moving, but being in a seated position like that after playing an intense sport, your muscles easily can cramp up and it's just not comfortable,
Yeah.
right? And then depending on the time of travel, if you're traveling late and you're not getting to bed at a certain time, these are factors that play on the physical body.
Right.
But then also mentally, depending on how new or depending on the player, if they're new to the FIFA World Cup, is if it's playing on them emotionally or mentally,
For sure.
right?
Yeah,
These are
I
humans.
think
These
we
are
saw
humans at the end of the day. They're not robots.
We saw a little bit of nerves, from teams.
Yeah.
In the first, we also have to mention, your example of having to travel right after playing a game. We have to mention Iran, right? The fact that they
Being denied visa access.
being denied visa access in the United States, They played their first game in Los Angeles, but were unable to stay the night. They literally had to get right back on a plane after the game and fly back to Mexico, which is where they were staying. So, for sure. The other thing is the hydration breaks. But, like, as a fan, it's been fun in the bars. Just being like, hydrate. You know, it's like raise a toast.
Yeah. No,
but
it's all about money.
Yeah.
It's all about
for
money.
sure.
But shout out to Telemundo.
Shout out Telemundo.
They don't break off to commercials.
Yeah.
They stay and will show the teams conversating and just, you know, they zoom in on the fans, and that's part of the game. Like,
yeah, that's real.
It's a soccer match, a soccer environment. There's so many emotions going on that we want to capture and see it. And so hydration breaks, although, you know, after playing a certain amount of time and you're running, on average, a soccer player can run 6 miles, but majority of the time it's more than 6 miles in a game.
Yeah.
So it's nice to get that break.
Yeah.
But it could also affect the flow of things.
For sure. No,
So-
I mean, we've seen that already, right? Where a team goes to hydration break, the coach is able to check in with them, and they come out and they're looking like a different team. So
Yeah.
it's definitely going to be interesting. Continue to see how teams use that break as well.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, but yeah, overall, it definitely feels different. It's just a different feel
Yeah.
this tournament,
Yeah.
and I'm really excited. I can say in my lifetime, from what I've experienced, this feels like one of the best tournaments already so far. Maybe just because of the size and the scope. Maybe because of the fact that it's here in the United States.
For me, I'm an adult now, right?
True.
And like
we have the agency and the freedom to like.
Prior to 2022, although I was still an adult, I was over the age of 18, but I was.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't have a home like this where I could sit and really watch, and so
Right.
it's been great to witness all of it. And so far, yeah, it is definitely one of the best.
Okay. Last questions I have. Who's your World Cup champion as of right now?
Who's my World Cup champion?
I know it's a crazy thought because we're barely, you know, every team has played once officially. What, if you were to just go with your gut, who would that be?
Oh God, I'd say France.
France.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty safe bet.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't have the best of showing, but even when they're not at their best, they're still
Pretty freaking good.
damn
And
good.
the fact that they have like a solid bench.
Yeah.
They got players that can come in and really still make a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way that they play, like the commentator said, they play like poetry.
They do. I mean, it is absolutely beautiful to see. We got to mention Germany too. You know, they've
See, I
scored.
didn't see that game.
They've scored more goals than anyone in the tournament.
Yeah.
To be fair, it just was a messy game from Curacao and playing against. I mean, shout out to Curacao, but
One goal, that's huge.
They scored a goal, but
first time at the World Cup, that's
yeah,
huge.
yeah. You know, my analytical side says France too, but I wanna see something different. You know, I could see. We've got a big game tonight, Mexico, South Korea.
Mexico's looking strong.
South
Korea's
South Korea's fun
I
to
like
watch,
them.
You know,
I like them.
And I'm not going to count out USA. So, you know what? Let me just call it right now. USA, 2026 World Cup champions. Who knows? Why not us?
Why not us?
Why not us?
Why not us?
Okay. Any final thoughts before we close this out, Joanna? And are you looking forward to any games coming up?
I'm looking forward to all of it.
Yeah,
I'm
all of
looking
it.
forward to all of
Just,
it.
just keeping it going. Like
especially
we're one weekend.
especially when we get to the knockout rounds, because
For
we get
sure.
to see the drive behind each player, right?
Yeah.
And I guess one of my last comments would be the feelings and the feeling of excitement that the World Cup brings, regardless if you're into soccer or not.
For sure.
Right? Like, this energy is palpable.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we have had friends that have come out that they've seen a couple games, or you know, they're open to it, watching it, but once they're there, they're like, it's contagious.
Oh,
And that's my favorite part about it. If you're willing to be with a group of people that are just going crazy and celebrating, that is a beautiful way to stay connected as humans.
Yeah.
And something I recently saw earlier on Instagram was this World Cup brings a sense of belonging, especially when you are rooting for a team that is part of your culture,
Right.
your home, your identity. But even then, like seeing the Mexico fans and the was it South Korean or the Japanese fan?
It's South Korea.
Yeah, like
where
they're
play
just
tonight.
like dancing together
Yeah.
and just like having a good time.
Seeing the Japanese fans in Texas, like
Oh yeah, Texas is good. Everything is big.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's that's my favorite part of it all, aside from the beautiful way of playing. But I'm looking forward to more.
Yeah, absolutely, and I appreciate you mentioning that. I think it helps to navigate the, we've heard a lot about the corruption that goes on with FIFA. You mentioned earlier the hydration breaks, the money that's going on, and I think living in the capitalist world that we do, you don't want to just overlook that, but there is a lot of genuine
No, yeah.
love and human connection that's happening.
Yeah.
Seeing these countries like Cape Verde and Curacao and Uzbekistan scoring their first ever World
Yeah.
Cup goals, like it's so cool to witness that, and
Yeah.
it means a lot. So, but I'm with you. We're gonna keep this thing going. We're one
Yeah.
week in. We still got 2 more weeks of group play.
Yeah, we'll have to definitely check in with everyone that's watching of
Yeah.
how the last it would be the last group matches, or how many more would there be?
No, there's 2 more.
2 more group matches.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely need to check in on how it's going because it's gonna go quick. We're barely just 1 week in, but
No, yeah, it's moving quick, and especially like you said, once we hit the knockout stage, it's really gonna be moving there. So we'll be checking in with you guys. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in.
If somebody's watching this right now, that's pretty cool. So thank you, and we'll be back.
yeah, we'll continue just developing this analysis, this table.
Yeah,
Shout out to our camera guy,
yeah,
Aubrey.
yeah. You gotta show Aubrey right there. Oh, there you go. Perfect. There he is, camera guy.